Hello, my lovelies. I'm back again with another hot topic, and today we are going to talk about what students struggle with a little bit when they're at the start of their admissions and scholarship journey. What is this? This is the choice of university. Which university are you supposed to select? And before I start, I just want to remind you to subscribe to my channel, share, like, and comment. And I'll try to make relevant videos based on the feedback that I get from all of you. So without further ado, let's start. So, what are the key things that you're supposed to consider when you're selecting a university? Well, I like to categorize them into 5 key criteria that I look at before I even consider applying to a university. And these 5 things are as follows. Number 1, funding, money. Is there enough money within the university? Number 2, ranking. Ranking matters a lot. Where, let me tell you, there are also Harambee universities this side. So it really matters that you check the ranking of the university. Number 3, availability of the course you're looking for. If you're looking for a course in biostatistics and it's just not available within that university and you know exactly what you want, there's no need to try and look for a sort of similar course if you've already pictured the kind of course that you want to do. So you must check the availability of that course. Number 4, availability of students, international student support. Yes, this is very important because as international students, you're going into a foreign country, and it really helps when a university has a dedicated department to address issues that you may face. And finally, number 5, career prospects. Yes, is it worth it attending that university and that particular course? Are you going to be able to be marketable to find a job after you finish? And not just any job, a job that is suitable for your qualifications. So that matters as well. So those 5 key things. So let me start with the first one. So the first thing I talked about was money, funding. Does the university have sufficient funding? And this is funding for things like scholarships. So definitely for most of the audience, the viewers watching this video, most of you are looking for universities that offer scholarships. If you are like me, a scholarship is a very integral part of the whole process of studying abroad because most of these universities are very expensive, ranging all the way from £10,000 up to £30,000, and that's just tuition alone. You haven't considered living expenses. So scholarships help a lot. You will find that the larger universities usually have school-based scholarships, and most of these scholarships are usually full. Sometimes you find that there are partial scholarships, but if I were you, I would always try to look for universities that have a wide selection of fully funded opportunity. There are also external scholarships, and these can come from government bodies and different organizations such as the Commonwealth Scholarship, the Chevening Scholarship. So they will list on their website certain programs that they're funding or certain universities that are funding. So if you're selecting a university that's not even listed amongst the universities that are being considered by these funding organizations, it means it's not a very good idea to start exploring making an application to a university that is not well funded. What's the next thing you need to check? That was ranking. So university ranking. Yes, here I talked about Harambee universities. Yes, don't be surprised. Even here in the UK, there are very good universities and ones that are not very good. So you have to check the ranking. Usually, I encourage the students that I mentor to just focus within the top 100 at least. I know there are other universities that rank below 100, so from 101 onwards, but they also offer very good programs and are well funded, so you have to be very selective. Also, amongst the ones that might rank lower, try to use your own intuition. Then, number 3, that is availability of the course you want to do. So availability of course matters, but then here I want to talk about something else. You will find that either different universities use different labels for courses that have the same content. Don't be very rigid in your selection of courses. it is okay to select related courses as long as the content that is offered within the course matches to some of the things that you want to learn. So if you're very rigid, then you limit the number of courses that you want to apply to, and some of these courses that you might be excluding might be courses that are really, really well funded. What's the fourth thing? So number 4 is to check whether the university has a dedicated department to support international students. Imagine you're coming into a foreign country, you don't know probably most things, where to get accommodation, the kind of food that's available, how to work around the transport networks, things like this. So you need a department that helps international students to settle in. And there are universities that really do this very, very well. And I've heard stories of universities that don't do this so well. So you can go to other student networks, student forums, such as Student Room, for example, and read what students are saying about their experiences within a particular university. And then finally, the last thing I want to talk about, which is very important, is career prospects. So if you're going to invest a lot of your time, and most of the time a lot of money, into doing a graduate course, you want some return on your investment. So it's good to explore the career prospects for the students that have done that course in that university. Where do they end up? Do they get lucrative careers? Is the course marketable? What I've come to learn over time is that the top universities are really well recognized here in the UK, and if you have a degree from those universities, it's usually easier to get a job very, very quickly, most of the time even before you graduate. So consider that when you're choosing a university. So that's it. That's it in terms of the 5 key criteria that I think are very important. And again, those are funding, availability of funding, university ranking, and then thirdly, the choice of course, whether it's available, support for international students, as well as career prospects. So in the next video, I'll also cover other relevant topics. And please remember again to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Thank you very much. Bye.